A variety of sources. So we subscribe to the two main currencies in TV media, which is Comscore and Nielsen. Nielsen has been the traditional name that everybody knows, going back from the beginning of TV measurement, and they've had a monopoly for almost all of time. Comscore is a relatively new service. It's only been around for the last 10-ish years, maybe a little bit more. But they really evolved the measurement because they started with first-party data. They started with set-top box viewing data that was aggregated and de-identified and then matched up with third-party data, whereas Nielsen is just now starting to incorporate that over the last couple of years into their measurement. Theirs had always been sample-based. So in a market the size of Austin, they would have maybe 1,000 homes that were measured, and they were just measured at the household level. TV on, TV off, what channel. They didn't know who was watching. And then they had other means of, by sample-based, still figuring out, or assigning a demo to it. And so you would have 1,000 homes that were reporting data, and then there was math, applied to, scale that out to the entire market. But the only measurement, if it didn't get captured in those, say, 1,000 homes, then it just didn't get measured. And with the Comscore methodology, they license set-top box viewing data from not just Spectrum, but also DirecTV and Dish Network and other cable providers. And so they get data from everywhere, and it's actual viewing data. It's from almost census level from most of the homes, and it's much more encompassing of the true viewing behavior, because they'll have hundreds of thousands of homes of viewing data versus 1,000 or less than that in most cases. So something a niche TV network, say like the Cooking Channel. Food Channel is a big brand, but the Cooking Channel is a smaller brand, but there's still a lot of viewing to it. But if you have a small sample size, then it's harder to capture viewing that happened on the Cooking Channel, say Tuesday at noon, because you just don't have as many homes to look at. But with a service like Comscore, where they start with the set-top box viewing data, then there's a much greater chance that you're going to capture the impressions that exist and the viewing that exists. So the viewing is the viewing, and so the viewing happens or it doesn't, and it's just the reporting services, their ability to capture that viewing, to capture that media behavior.
I know we're all familiar with Nielsen, right? And they lost their accreditation last year because the way Nielsen numbers are, I think they just got it back like a couple of days ago, but the way Nielsen numbers are measured is so archaic. They use in Austin area about 700 homes to get a rating, which is crazy to me because there's millions of people in the Austin area, and you're going to look at 700 homes and see what the ratings are based on that. People are viewing in all kinds of ways these days. So really, they're now taking data off of set-top boxes, and we're able to really hone in on the audience that is watching because we have so many more set-top boxes that we can use for that data. And we're able to determine the audience more or less instead of just the generic household watching a show. So the industry's really changed in that they're moving away from the Nielsen rating, and they're looking at the impressions, the number of views on your commercial. Just like in social media, you look at videos that have 1 million plus views, you can do that in the streaming TV, the digital world, and you look at the number of impressions and you look at the audience that you're trying to reach, and you make sure that the person you want to see your ad is the person that is seeing your ad. That's more important than just anybody seeing you. There's rarely a customer out there that's like, oh yeah, this is for everybody. This is just, maybe restaurants, right? Maybe that's your one-off customer that, anybody can come to a restaurant, but, come to a Chili's, I guess. But when it comes to auto or furniture stores or insurance, any kind of field like that, you want to make sure, well, for insurance, are they homeowners? I have homeowners insurance. I want to make sure that they're homeowners. For auto insurance, well, do they have kids in the home that are 16 plus that they might be shopping for, to increase their auto insurance in? So yeah, audiences are very important in the advertising world.